everyone, Namaste. Welcome back to our YouTube channel Learning Nepali once again. I am Changunarayan and today we are exploring one of the ancient and historic temples in Nepal, Changunarayan Temple, located in the beautiful hilltop of Changu village in Bhaktapur district, just east from the Kathmandu Valley. Let's explore one of the finest architecture in detail. By passing through the beautiful countryside of Bhaktapur, we make our way up to the hilltop. Here, surrounded by nature, stands the ancient Changunarayan Temple, a place of history, art, and spirituality. From this quiet spot, you can enjoy stunning views of the Kathmandu Valley below. It's a peaceful journey that connects us with Nepal's rich heritage. High on quiet hilltop overlooking the Kathmandu Valley stands the oldest Hindu temple in Nepal, Changunarayan, a timeless sanctuary dedicated to Lord Vishnu. Built more than 1600 years ago, this UNESCO World Heritage Site is not just temple but a living museum of history, art, and devotion. Our journey to Changunarayan begins not with the grand gate but with a quiet, sloping staircase nestled among trees and ancient stones. These old stone steps have carried the footsteps of pilgrims, kings, and villagers for centuries. After the quiet climb of the stone stairs, you finally reach the top, and standing in front of you is the main gate of Changunarayan Temple. The entrance is beautiful and full of detail. The wooden doors are carved with ancient patterns, gods, and symbols, each with its own meaning. The gate is not just an entry, it's a moment of transition. On one side is the everyday world you just came from, and the other side is the sacred space filled with history, faith, and tradition. When you step through the deeper temple complex, it feels like time slows down, the noise of the outside world disappears, and you are surrounded by quiet old stone pathways and sacred statues. In front of you is a large open courtyard with the main temple standing proudly in the center. The temple is built in the traditional pagoda style with beautiful wooden carvings and a roof that has stood for centuries. Around the courtyard, there are smaller shrines and statues, each one with its own story. You will see stone lions, ancient pillars, and detailed images of gods from Hindu mythology. The smell of incense floats in the air, and you might hear the soft sounds of bell as a priest performs a daily ritual. Everything here feels peaceful and full of meaning. You are not just walking through an old place, you are walking through a living piece of Nepal's spiritual history. You will start to notice the amazing architecture all around you. The main temple is built in the traditional Nepali pagoda style with a two-tiered roof and wooden struts carved with images of gods and mythical creatures. These carvings are not just decoration, they tell stories from Hindu legends showing gods like Vishnu, Narasimha, and Garuda. Around the courtyard, there are stone statues, pillars, and small shrines, each one hundreds of years old. One of the most special things here is mix of stone, wood, and metal work, all made by skilled hands long ago. You can also find an ancient stone pillar with an inscription from the 5th century, which is one of the oldest written records in Nepal. Every wall, carving, and sculpture here speaks the rich art, religion, history that has shaped this temple for over 1600 years. The main doors of the temple is open for a short duration. During that time, the devotees may see him performing rituals while praying the gods. Before entering the Sat temple in Changunarayan, visitors are required to remove their shoes a gesture that carries deep spiritual significance in Hindu culture. Removing footwear is more than a sign of respect. It symbolizes the act of leaving behind the impurities of the outside world. The temple is considered as a sacred space, and entering barefoot is a way to maintain its purity and show humility before the divine. As your feet touch the cool stone floor, there is a subtle yet powerful connection, a grounding reminder that you are stepping into a place of worship, devotion, and centuries of tradition. Is a small but meaningful act that prepares the mind and heart of prayer. At the entrance of the main temple of Changunarayan, two majestic stone guardian lions stand proudly on either side of the main gateway, serving as a powerful protectors of the sacred space. These lions, known as a Singha in Nepali, are traditional elements in Hindu and Buddhist temple architecture across the region, symbolizing strength, courage, and divine authority. Their presence is meant to ward off evil spirits and ensure that only the pure-hearted may enter the holy grounds. At the top center of the temple, there is a multi-armed deity figure, likely Vishnu's form or one of his manifestations, since Changunarayan is dedicated to Lord Vishnu. The many arms represent divine power and the ability to perform multiple cosmic tasks at once. On the sides, more deities are carved in colorful poses, each seated on decorated bases. These represent different forms of god and goddesses, protectors, and celestial beings. Below them, the green tiled roofline with the wooden struts is decorated with small figures, mythical faces, and flower motifs. These structures in Newar temples usually depict deities, guardians, and mythical beasts believed to support and protect the sacred structure. The architecture in the middle, you can see a finely crafted with the divine figures and protective motifs. This is the signature features of Newar architecture, symbolizing the gateway between the human and divine realms. Overall, this part of the temple shows how Newar artisans blended art, symbolism, and devotion, turning architecture into a living scripture of Hindu mythology. On the other side of the door of the temple, there is a beautifully carved stone elephant which adds another layer of symbolism and protection to the sacred space. In Hindu tradition, elephant represents strength, wisdom, stability, and royal power, and their presence at the temple gate is both symbolic and ceremonial. These elephants are often depicted in a kneeling position, knowing humility and devotion toward the deity housed within. They also serve as guardians believed to protect the temple from negative energies and to bless devotees as they enter. On the one side of the premises of Changunarayan Temple, one can find the stone tortoise embedded into the wall or placed near the base of important structure, a small yet profoundly symbolic element in Hindu architecture. In Hindu mythology, the tortoise is the second incarnation of Lord Vishnu, known as the Kurma avatar. According to the legend, Vishnu took the form of giant tortoise to support Mount Mandara during the cosmic event of Samudra Manthan, the crunching of the ocean by gods and demons to obtain the nectar of immortality. Overall, as you walk around the sacred courtyard of Changunarayan Temple, the gentle sound of bells ringing and the soft glow of oil lamps, called as diya in Nepali, create a deeply spiritual atmosphere. Ringing bells is a common ritual in Hindu temples, believed to awaken the deity and purify the environment by driving away negative energies. Devotees often ring the bell before entering the inner sanctum, signaling their presence and focusing their mind on the divine. Nearby, diya flicker with a warm light, symbolizing the victory of knowledge over ignorance and light of over darkness. These oil lamps, usually placed on small stone ledges or in front of shrines, are lit as an offering and a gesture of devotion. Scattered throughout the temple complex are numerous small statues and shrines, each dedicated to various gods, goddesses, and guardian spirits. You may find representations of Lakshmi, Garuda, Shiva, Narasimha, and many more, carved in stone and worn smooth by centuries of worship. These statues serve not only as artistic expressions but also as spiritual focal points, allowing devotees to connect with different aspects of the divine. Together, the bells, diyas, and the sacred statues enrich the temple experience, blending sound, light, and the form into a timeless rituals of devotions. As you explore the Changunarayan Temple area, you will find the different gates to entry and exit, and one side of the gate, by walking a little bit, you will encounter the map board, which is visual layout of the entire temple complex, including the main shrine, satellite temples, courtyards, statues, and the heritage structure. From there, you will also get to see the beautiful view of the valley in different ways. When you walk down the 300 meters downstairs, you will get to know about the Bhimsen Temple, which is dedicated to Lord Vishnu, a powerful warrior from the Mahabharata and revered as a god of trade and strength in Nepal. This smaller shrine is tucked quietly within the complex. Devotees worship Bhimsen for courage and prosperity in business. Together, the map board and the surrounding shrines like Bhimsen's provide both practical guidance and a deeper spiritual layer to your visit. Enriching your understanding of Changunarayan is not just a single temple, but a living complex of diverse deities and traditions. As the Changunarayan Temple is located in the hilltop of the valley, you will get to see the different sides of the valley with a beautiful view and surrounding with the jungles and trees and different nature. Changunarayan is not just a place for praying, it's also a perfect spot to relax and hang out. With its peaceful atmosphere, cool breeze and beautiful views of the valley, many people come here to enjoy the calm surroundings. Whether you are interested in history, culture or just want a quiet space from the city, Changunarayan offers a refreshing break for everyone. At Changunarayan Temple, many tourists walked around the area looking carefully at the old buildings and statues. They take photos, read the signs, and listen to the guides telling stories about the temple history. The temple is very old, built more than 1600 years ago, and every part of it shows the culture and beliefs of Nepal from long ago. Visitors enjoy learning about the god, the beautiful carvings, and the important old writings found here. It's not just a place to see, but a chance to feel connected to Nepal's past and its tradition in very detail. Thank you so much everyone for joining us in discovering Changunarayan Temple, the oldest temples in Nepal and the timeless symbol of faith and tradition. To know more about the historical places like this, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel Learning Nepali. I'll see you in next video. Thank you. Dhanyabad.